Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everybody. Okay, hari ni kita akan start dengan kita punya class for topic 8, that is a process costing. Okay, without delay any further, okay, I would like to start the class. Nampak tak? Okay. Okay, topic 8 is a process costing. So, in this topic, we will learn about 1, definition of process costing. Number 2 is the characteristic of process costing. Number 3 is the differences between job order costing and process costing. Number 4, equivalent unit. Number 5, calculation of product cost per unit. Number 6, cost of finished goods and ending work in process inventory. Number 7, transferred out cost and transferred in cost. Number 8, production cost report. And number 9, journal entries. Okay, banyak dalam topik ni. Okay, so we will see one by one. Okay, now we start with definition of process costing. Okay, in topic 7, okay, you have learned the job order costing, and in topic 8 is the process costing. So what is the process costing? Okay, a process costing is a system for assigning costs to goods that are mass produced in a continuous sequence of steps that is called process. Maksudnya, proses costing ni adalah pengokosan proses in DM. Okay, dia ni adalah satu sistem yang kita nak mengallocatekan cost kepada produk, okay, that are mass produced. Mass produced tu maksudnya satu produk yang banyak, yang besar, yang banyak in a continuous sequence of step. Maksudnya dia secara berterusan. Okay, saya ulang Maksudnya proses costing ni is for assigning cost to goods yang banyak, okay, ataupun dalam kuantiti yang banyak, yang besar secara berterusan. Okay, process industries produce large number of identical units such as tomato, ketchup, boxes of cereal, shampoos and sardine. Okay, maksudnya contoh dia, industri yang buat proses costing ni, dia mengeluarkan produk yang banyak dan besar of identical unit. Okay, apa maksud identical unit? Maksudnya dia unit tu kelihatan sama je semua. Dia tidak pelbagai macam job order costing. Okay, so yang saya highlightkan merah tu, maksudnya proses costing dia akan produce, okay, produk yang banyak, yang besar, yang banyak dan identical unit yang sama, okay, in a continuous sequence, secara berterusan. Okay, for example, tomato ketchup kan, boxes of cereal, shampoo, sardine, semua tu kalau awak tengok, dia akan keluarkan sama je dia produce dan dia dalam unit yang banyak. Many companies in the petroleum, food and beverages, pharmaceutical and chemical industries use process costing. Okay, so process costing means an accounting procedure to determine the cost of a product in each process. Okay, maksudnya process costing ni kita nak kira cost, okay, dalam setiap proses. And this method is used when produced through different stages of production. Apa maksud different stages? Maksudnya dia ada beberapa proses, okay, beberapa proses. Mungkin ada 2 atau 3 proses. Ya. Yeah? Okay, so the purpose is to collect and distribute the cost to each department, to calculate the conversion cost per unit for each process at the end of each period, and to transfer cost from one process to another process. So, yang saya gariskan tu, ya, yang saya merahkan tu, ini yang kita nak belajar dalam topik ini, ya. Conversion cost and also the transferred cost. Sebab apa? Sebab kita belajar proses, okay, dia akan beralih daripada proses 1 to proses 2, proses 2 to proses 3. So, dia ada transferred cost. Okay, now we look at the characteristic of the process costing. Okay, for type of product, okay, the product is homogeneous product. Apa maksud homogeneous product? Maksudnya the product is similar. Similar product that are mass produced such as boxes of cereal, food and beverages. Okay, maksudnya homogeneous, maksudnya barang-barangnya nampak sama dan mass produced, okay, dan dikeluarkan secara banyak. Okay, how about the cost accumulation? The cost accumulation is done according to the processing department for each period. Okay, so maksudnya dia bukan macam job order costing, kita buat satu job, tapi in process costing, dia according to processing department. So that's mean dia ada beberapa process department. Okay, for example, cost accumulated by processing department and packaging department. So ada dua proses dekat sini. Satu is a processes department and satu lagi is a packaging department. Okay, tu contoh. Okay, how about the documentation? Okay, the costs are summarized in a production cost report. So the documentation for process costing is production cost report. And how about the cost flow? Okay, the production costs are recorded in each process and transferred to the next process until finished goods are completed. Maksudnya cost flow dia macam mana? Okay, dia ada 2 proses atau 3 proses. So setiap satu proses, okay, dia dah siap, dia akan transfer ke next proses. Katakan proses kedua, bila proses kedua dah siap, dia akan transfer ke proses ketiga. Okay, that is the cost flow. Okay. Now kita tengok what is the difference between job order costing and process costing. Okay, I sure that you still remember what is the job order costing, kan? Okay, for this is the difference type of product. Okay, for job order costing, okay, the product is heterogeneous. Maksudnya ada pelbagai. Kenapa ada pelbagai produk? Because it is based on the customer specification order. Okay, but for process costing, the product is homogeneous. Maksudnya produk dia sama, similar product dan they are mass product. Maksudnya similar product dan dia dibuat secara pukal ataupun banyak. Okay, for cost accumulation, for job order costing, cost for each job. Okay, costs are accumulated for each job. But for process costing, costs are accumulated for each processes. Okay, and how about the cost flow? Okay, for the job order costing, costs are charged to each job. And bila dia are charged, total costs are determined when the job is completed. Maksudnya, masa kita buat job order costing dulu, dia ada beberapa job. Satu company tu ada beberapa job. So, the costs are charged to each job. Okay, different job, different cost. And then, bila dia akan charge? After the job is completed. Itu job order costing. But for process costing, costs are charged to every process. Maksudnya, untuk buat satu produk, dia mungkin ada 2 atau 3 proses. So, costs are charged to every process. Okay, so the total costs are determined at the end of a period time. Okay, maksudnya cost tu dia tak tunggu sampai semua siap. Ya, maksudnya cost tu dia charge pada setiap proses untuk membuat satu-satu produk. Okay, I hope that you will understand. And how about the documentation? The job order costing, the documentation is the job cost sheet. But for process costing, the documentation is the production cost report. Okay, later on we will see the production cost report. Okay, next. Okay. So I hope that you still remember the cost flow of the job order costing. So this is the cost flow for the job order costing. We start with direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. So we record that first and then all the cost is assigned to each job. Okay, maksudnya job 1 to 101, job 102, job 103 is a different job. Okay, and then the costs are assigned to each job. Okay, bila dah finish, dia akan jadi finished goods. And bila kita jual, dia akan ke cost of goods sold. Okay, so kita debit cost of goods sold. Okay, so how about process costing? Okay, the cost flow for the process costing. Okay, mula-mula sama. Okay, we record the direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, so bila dia start buat kerja, so we go to process A or process 1. Okay, and then buat kerja dekat process A. Okay, katakan apa contohnya kita nak buat minyak masak tadi kan. Okay, mula-mula kita susun botol dulu. That is at the process A. After finish at process A, and then they will continue to process B. Okay, process B, okay, contohnya minyak masak tadi, kita tuangkan minyak ke dalam botol. So, okay, kalau kita selalu nampak dekat TV tu, okay, dia masukkan minyak ke dalam setiap botol. That is the process B. Okay, after the process B finish, and then they will transfer ataupun they will continue to process C. Okay, for example, macam minyak masak tadi. Okay, lepas semuanya dah dimasukkan minyak ke dalam botol, and then dia akan label, kan? Okay, dia akan label, dia akan tutup, and then dia label dia minyak masak. Okay, minyak masak cap apa-apa. Okay, that is the process C. So, okay, so that's mean this is one product. One product, there are 3 processes. Okay, after finish, then they will debit the finished goods. Okay, after finished goods, then kita nak jual. Okay, when we sold, we debit the cost of goods sold. So what is the difference between the job order costing and the process costing is cara dia buat kerja, cara kita mengira cost dia nanti. Okay, so you can see the differences, right? Okay, next we continue to equivalent unit. Okay, saya nak awak fokus in this equivalent unit. You have to understand what the equivalent unit. Okay, in BM, equivalent unit is a unit setara. Unit setara. Okay, so now kita tengok, okay, sebab dalam proses costing kita akan banyak guna equivalent unit. Okay, so for example, okay, katakan this is our product. We have 3 units product. Okay, each product, okay, belum complete lagi, belum siap lagi. So dia baru separa siap. Okay, separa siap dekat sini adalah 50%. Okay, depends on the question, maybe 50%, maybe 40%, maybe 70%. So in this example, okay, I use 50%. So kita ada 3 unit produk, 3 belum siap lagi, 3 adalah separa siap, baru 50% siap. Okay, so faham ya? Okay, so 3 partially completed unit with percentage of process complete 50%. Apa maksud partially? Partially ni, partially completed maksudnya separa siap, tak siap lagi. So, kita nak kira kos ni. Macam ni kita nak kira? Kita kena buat equivalent unit. Okay, so kalau kita combinekan ketiga-tiga produk tu, ya, untuk jadikan dia siap, ya, untuk kita combinekan ketiga-tiga tadi, so kita dapat 1 unit produk dan setengah unit. Betul tak? Jadinya 1/2 atau 1.5. Okay, macam mana? In calculation, 50% multiply by 3 partially completed unit, so equals to 1.5 equivalent unit. Okay, boleh faham tak student? Okay, cuba tulis sekejap, faham tak pasal equivalent unit? Okay, jika tak faham, saya akan ulang semula. Okay, cuba tulis dekat chat. Oh, Cikgu Khairi ada lagi. Okay, dia kata Assalamualaikum and good morning Madam Fizi. Okay, Waalaikumsalam. Okay, so saya nak tengok respon awak faham tak pasal apa? Equivalent unit. Okay, Laila kata faham. Ya, Daniel pun faham, Wesinda pun faham, okay, Rafiq pun faham. Ulang, okay, Eshok kata ulang sikit madam. Okay, saya akan ulang. Okay, macam ni. Equivalent unit ni adalah unit setara. Okay, awak imagine, dalam contoh ni saya bagi 3 produk. 3 produk, 3 ni belum siap lagi. Okay, dia baru separa siap. Separa siap tu maybe 50%, 40% ke 70% based on the question. So dekat sini saya buat 50% separa siap. Okay, so untuk 3 produk ni, bila saya combinekan dia, saya combinekan dia sebab saya nak kira kos. Okay, saya kena combinekan dia menjadi equivalent unit ataupun unit setara. So, bila saya combinekan ni, awak boleh nampak yang 50%, 50% saya combinekan, so dapat 1.5. 1.5 siap. Okay, kalau dia tak siap tadi, dia ada 3 unit yang separa siap. Bila saya combinekan, dia jadi 1.5 siap. Okay, faham tak Echot? Okay, yang lain faham ya? Ramai faham. Kristina, Amita, Balkis, Melissa, Zati, Aida, Hana. Okay. So, Echot, hope awak faham ya? Okay, so this is equivalent unit. Okay, now kita nak tengok, okay, macam mana nak kira kos pula. Okay, for example, in Department A, we have 3 completed unit and we have 3 partially completed unit. And each partially completed unit equals to 50% completed. Okay, maksudnya dalam Department A, kita ada 3 unit yang dah siap, 3 unit lagi separa siap. Dan yang separa siap tu equals to 50%. And the total cost in Department A is RM135. So, macam mana kita nak kira cost per unit? Okay, now kita kira dulu the equivalent unit. Okay, so this is the formula for the equivalent unit equals to completed unit plus ending work in process multiply by percentage completed. Kenapa ending work in process? Okey, awak ingat tak dekat job order costing, masa kita buat accounting, jika ada baki balance carry forward, itu adalah barang belum siap. Okey, barang belum siap is the ending work in process. So yang partially siap ni adalah ending work in process. So you have to understand what is the meaning of ending work in process ya. Ending work in process adalah unit atau produk yang belum siap ataupun partially siap separa. So dalam kes ni, okay, kita ada completed unit sama dengan 3 and ending work in process, that is the partially complete is 3 unit juga. And the percentage of the completed is 50%. Okay, so awak selesaikan matematik ni. Okay, so awak dapat 4.5. So 4.5, 4.5 is the equivalent unit. Okay, that is the first formula for today. Okay, and then to calculate the cost of equivalent unit, okay, this is the second formula. Total cost divided by equivalent unit. Okay, the total cost is RM135 and the equivalent unit is 4.5. Okay, so you divide RM135 divide with 4.5 equivalent unit. So, barulah kita dapat the answer is RM30 per unit. Ni sebenarnya yang kita nak cari. Okay, cuba check betul ke jawapan saya? 135 divide by 4.5. Okay, betul. Ini yang kita nak cari sebenarnya ya, in process costing. Okay, so saya nak tengok respon. Boleh faham ke tak? Okay, Cik dah faham. Okay, Azril baru masuk. Okay, faham. Bagus ya. Okay, so kita proceed with next. Okay, this is the process cost flow. Okay, kenapa saya nak tunjukkan awak the process cost flow? Because I want you really understand the flow. Kalau tidak nanti awak akan pening. Ya, sekejap ada department A, sekejap ada department B. So you have to understand first. Okay, let's focus. Okay, and then firstly, kita ada manufacturing cost. That is the raw material, direct labor and also manufacturing overhead. And then we assign the cost to, okay, dan kat sini saya buat ada 2 saja department, that is department A and department B. Department A adalah department yang mula-mula, department B adalah department yang terakhir ya, yang kemudian. Okay. So, firstly mestilah kita masuk ke department A. So, the cost is assigned to department A. So, the cost is called, the unit that assigned to department A is called unit start. Okay, so dekat department A ada unit start. Lepas tu dekat department A dia pun proses lah buat kerja. Okay, buat kerja and then, okay, bila kerja tu dah siap, the cost will be transferred out to department B. Okay, bila proses dalam department A dah siap, okay, the cost will be transferred out. Transferred out tu maksudnya dipindahkan keluar ke department B. Okay, so cost yang kita transferkan daripada department A ke department B is called apa? Cost transferred in. Okay, so cost transferred in ni adalah unit start dekat department B, tapi kita tak panggil unit start. Okay, unit start selalunya kita panggil dekat department yang mula-mula sahaja. Okay, so the cost that we transferred in department B ataupun unit yang kita transfer ke department B is called cost transferred in. Okay, boleh faham ya? Okay, and then dekat department B ni kita pun buatlah kerja ya, proses B started and then finish. Okay, bila finish, dia dah tak ada department C kan. Okay, bila dia dah tak ada department C, dia akan jadi finished goods. Okay, so now dekat department B lah ada finished goods. Dekat department A tak boleh ada finished goods sebab dia ada proses dekat department B. Okay, and then kita transfer to finished goods inventory. So debit finished goods inventory. Bila kita nak jual, kita kreditkan kita transfer ke cost of goods sold. Okay, cost of goods sold. Okay, finish goods kita nak jual, kita transfer to cost of goods sold. So debit cost of goods sold, credit finished goods inventory. Okay, and then dah jual, habis. Okay, so this is the process cost flow. So I hope that you understand the unit start, the cost transferred out and also the cost transferred in. Okay, and then department B will be yang ada the finished goods. Okay, so far boleh faham ke tidak? Okay, Eng pun faham. Okay, saya nak tengok respon. Ada tak yang faham pasal cost flow? Okay, I hope that everybody will understand the cost flow. Okay, sebab lepas ni kita nak buat kira-kira. Bila nak buat pengiraan tu, that's why you have to understand. Yeah? Okay. So, kita continue with the calculation of product cost per unit. Okay, now, as usual, we have to start with direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, then kita pergi ke department A. Okay, dekat department A, ya, dia ada unit start. Dia akan jadi unit start. Okay, bila dia buat kerja, that is the production activity. Okay, bila dia buat kerja, ada kerja yang dah siap, ada kerja yang tidak siap. Okay, saya ulang. Bila kita dekat sesuatu department, bila dia buat kerja, ada yang siap, ada yang tidak siap. Yang tidak siap itu adalah ending work in process. Okay, so what happened to the ending work in process? Kita akan hantar balik jadi beginning work in process untuk production seterusnya. Okay, then yang dah siap, that is the completed unit, kita akan transfer out. Kita akan transfer out ke mana? Kita akan transfer out ke department B. Okay, so in department B, the completed unit and transferred out, okay, dia akan jadi unit transferred in dekat department B. Okay, kita tak panggil unit start. Actually, itu adalah unit start dekat department B, but we call it as a unit or cost transferred in. Okay, and then kita pun buat kerja dekat department B. Okay, buat proses semua, buat proses. Okay, and then macam biasa, mesti ada yang siap, mesti ada yang belum siap. Jika ada yang belum siap, that is the ending work in process in department B. So, kita nak letak mana? Okay, dia akan jadi beginning work in process in department B untuk kerja ataupun proses yang seterusnya. Bukan yang seterusnya, kerja yang coming, yang akan datang. Okay, then yang dah siap in department B, kita namakan dia completed and transferred out. Okay, oleh kerana dia ada dua department saja, dia akan dipindahkan dan jadi apa? Finish goods. Okay, so boleh faham ya? The process. Okay, dah 2-3 kali ulang benda yang sama. Okay, now kita nak tengok, we will see the process cost flow and the accumulation cost. Okay, now, as usual, we start with direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, before that ada apa-apa pertanyaan? Okay, nampaknya semua faham. Bagusnya. Bagus ni. Pagi ni kuliah. Okay, now kita continue. We continue. Kita nak tengok apa? Okay, kita start dengan the 3 item ya. Direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, so in department A, okay, let's say cost yang kita buat kerja in department A is 50 cent. Okay, and then bila kita transfer ke department B, so adalah cost transferred in from department A 50 cent, 50 sen. Okay, and then dekat department B pun kita buat kerja. Okay, the current cost in department B is 30 cent per unit. Okay, now sekarang berapa total? 80 sen. Katakan kita ada department C. So, dia belum jadi finish goods lagi. Okay, sebab ada department C. So, dia akan transfer out the cost that is 80 sen, 80 sen to department C. Okay, so in department C, the cost from department B is 80 cents per unit and kerja yang dia buat dekat department C is 20 cents per unit. Okay, so lama-lama cost dia makin banyak lah ya, according to the department okay, so okay, katakan department C is the last department, so total cost sekarang adalah RM1. Okay, and then dia akan transfer to finished goods and the finished goods total to RM1 per unit. Okay, so boleh nampak tak the cost, the accumulation cost daripada department A 50 sen, department B campur lagi 30 sen jadi 80 sen. So dekat department C start 80 sen, campur dengan kerja dekat department C 20 sen. So the finished good is RM1. Okay, boleh faham ya the process costing, the accumulation cost. Okay, now we continue. I hope you understand the situation. Okay, now we continue. Cost of finished units and ending work in process. Okay, so I repeat. Ending work in process is also known as partially completed. Partially completed maksudnya separa siap. Maksudnya dia belum siap. So that is the ending work in process. Partially completed unit will be equals to the value of the completed unit. Okay, so this concept is used to determine the cost production per unit of completed product. Okay, maksudnya apa? Kita akan gunakan partially konsep ini. Okay, konsep yang partially completed tu kita nak jadikan dia, kita nak equalkan dia jadi completed unit. So, itu adalah equivalent unit. Okay, this one saya repeat yang tadi. Yes, so I hope that you understand the partially completed to equivalent unit. Sebab maksudnya kita nak combinekan yang partially completed tu jadi completed unit. So, dia kita namakan dia equivalent unit. Okay, that is the cost of finished unit and ending work in process. Ni pun saya dah ulang banyak kali. Masa dekat job order costing pun saya ada mention. So, I hope that you will remember. Okay. Now, kita nak tengok the percentage of direct material added in partially completed unit. Okay, yang ni saya nak awak fokus juga sebab takut awak tak faham. Okay, katakan completion unit kita adalah 75%. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya dia tak siap lagi. Dia baru siap 75%. Okay, dan sekarang ni kita nak tengok pasal direct material. Okay, if the direct material is added at the beginning of the process, okay, for example, okay, kita ada timeline dekat sini. So, this is the starting and this is the completed. So, the 70% completed, dia ada berada di sini. Kan? Sebab dia belum complete lagi. Ya, complete dekat sini. Dia 75% completed. Partially completed 75%. If the direct material is added at the beginning of the process, beginning tu dekat starting, dekat sini kita letak bahan mentah, the direct material added. So what happened to how to calculate the direct material? Okay, so therefore, the cost of raw material in partially completed unit equals to 100%. Sebab kita letak dekat awal, sekarang kita dah set 75%, so kita assume dia raw telah dimasukkan sebanyak 100%. Yang ni saya nak awak faham sebab masa kita buat calculation nanti, awak akan tengok pasal direct material. Okay, ni saya sentuh pasal direct material dulu ya, belum lagi conversion cost. Okay, now kita tengok pula the situation if same, the stages of completion is 75%, but what about if the direct material is added at the end of the process? Okay, now kita tengok dulu the timeline for you to understand. Okay, this is the starting point and this is the completed. Okay, and the process baru siap 75% here dekat sini. Okay. Ini dia if in the question, okay, ada mention if the direct material added at the end ke at the beginning, yang ni yang awak kena faham ya. Okay, now what about if the direct material is added at the end of the process? Okay, dekat sini kita letak. Okay, padahal dia baru siap 75%. Okay, and then kita akan letak dia pada at the end of the process. So what happened to the direct material? Macam ni kita nak kira. Okay, therefore, the cost of raw material in partially completed unit equals to 0. Tak ada. Okay. Saya hope that masa awak baca soalan nanti, awak kena tengok soalan tu dia mention apa. The direct material is added at the beginning ke ataupun the direct material is added at the end of the process. Yeah? Dalam tahap awak matrikulasi, dia tak akan uji awak if direct material is added at the 50% ke 75% ke, tak ada. Dia just uji awak if the direct material is added at the beginning or at the end of the process, tu saja. Okay, now the completion rate in ending work in process partially completed. Okay, now saya nak awak faham dulu konsep ini. Sebab konsep ini yang kita akan bawa masa kita nak buat the production report. Yeah? Okay, now as usual, in production cost, there must be 3 items. That is the direct material, direct labor and manufacturing overhead. Okay, masa dekat job order costing, masa kita nak kira cost, tiga-tiga ni kita kira. Kita kira separately. Betul tak? That is the actual direct material, actual direct labor and applied manufacturing. But in process costing, kita akan bahagikan dia kepada 2 sahaja. That is the direct material and one more is conversion cost. Kita akan pakai 2 ni saja. Direct material and conversion cost. Conversion cost tu adalah direct labor and manufacturing overhead. So maksudnya ketiga-tiga item pun ada dalam proses costing. Cuma masa pengiraan kita akan buat direct material and conversion cost. Why? Sebab dia ada kena mengena dengan the percentage of completion. Yeah? Okay, for direct material, okay, macam slide yang kita tengok sebelum tadi, the percentage of direct material is depends on when the direct material is added. Macam tadi, macam saya tunjuk yang slide sebelum tadi, dia bila nak direct material ni, kita tengok the percentage of direct material is depends on when the direct material is added. Okay, kalau dia is added at the beginning of the process, so direct material equals to 100%. But if the direct material is added at the end of the process, so equals to 0%. Okay, itu direct material, awak kena hati-hati. But how about the conversion cost? Okay, for the conversion cost, the percentage of conversion cost is equivalent with the level of production process. So conversion cost ni kita tak risau sangat. Because kita akan follow saja. If the production process is 50%, then the usage rate of conversion cost is 50%. Maksudnya rate dia sama dengan the production process. Okay. Okay, so far awak fahamkan dulu ya yang ini. Okay, next. Saya nak sentuh semula tentang the transferred out cost and the transferred in cost. Tadi kita dah faham kan? Jika kita ada dua department, okay, maksudnya dia ada dua proses, okay, proses 1 and proses 2. Okay, so in department 1, okay, the unit completed, kita akan transferred out. Manakala yang tak complete, dia akan jadi ending work in process. So, the unit completed and transferred out ini, kita akan pindahkan dia, kita akan transfer dia ke department 2. Okay. So, in department 2, dia akan jadi transferred in. Cost ke unit ke, dia akan jadi transferred in. Kita tak panggil dia unit start lagi. Ya? Tapi dia tu adalah unit start in department 2. But we call it transferred in cost ke ataupun transferred in unit. Okay. Okay. So, that's mean by transferred out cost and transferred in. Okay. So, what is the definition? The cost completed and transferred out to the next department. Itu adalah transferred out. Okay. Sebab kadang-kadang dalam soalan dia tak tanya direct. Dia tanya what is the transferred out, what is the transferred in. So awak kena faham. Dia tak tanya. Inilah kadang-kadang soalan tu dia tak direct. So you have to understand what is the meaning. Okay, now this is the final part, okay, the production cost report. Okay, actually untuk calculate the cost, okay, kita boleh buat dengan cara formula. Later on I will show you the formula. Okay, tadi pun kita dah buat dua formula, okay, and one more, kita boleh kira the cost, the production cost by using the production cost report. Okay, now in preparing the production cost report, okay, what is the production cost report? Production cost report is an internal document for management that shows the summary of production cost information. For example, production quantity and the cost data for production department. Okay, dia ni macam kalau job order costing apa? Job cost sheet. So, in process costing, production cost report. Okay, so there are 5 steps in preparing a production cost report. Okay. Okay, so there are 5 steps and then antara kelima ni I will divide into 2 section. That is step 1 and step 2 is unit. Step 3, 4, 5 is cost. Okay. Dekat step 1 is the physical unit. Step 2 is the equivalent unit. Okay, remember just now? Okay. Okay, so step 1 and step 2, dia tak ada cost. Semuanya berkenaan dengan unit. And then for step 3, kita start calculating the cost. So step 3 is the cost account for. Step 4 is the equivalent cost per unit. And step 5 is cost accounted for. Okay, awak akan tengok clear masa kita buat soalan. Yeah? So hari ni kita just nak tengok teori sahaja. Okay, now okay, total cost in step 1, okay, akan sama dengan total cost in step 2. Okay, and then total cost in step 3 is equals to total cost in step 5. Okay, later on we will see, yeah, what is the meaning by equal ni. Okay, so there are 5 steps in preparing a production cost report. Yeah. Okay, so I will continue. Okay, now for department 1. Okay, you have to recognize whether it is the production cost report for department 1 or department 2. Okay, awak kena recognize, okay, because ada sebab dia sebab department 1 dia tak ada transferred in. Department 2 ada transferred in. So now we look at department 1 first, yeah. This is the step 1 and the step 2. Okay, so you have to make the jadual macam ni lah, eh. So this one is for step 1 and step 2 is unit. Okay, so this one is for the quantity. Okay. For step 1, you need to account for, okay, beginning work in process plus unit starts equals to total unit. Okay. And then you make another step 2, that is units accounted for, okay, completed unit plus ending WIP, work in process, totals to total unit. For this one, you have to divide, okay, macam saya kata tadi, 2, that is the direct material and the conversion cost. Okay, dekat sini kita tulis unit sahaja. Okay, dekat sini jangan tulis cost lagi. This one is for unit sahaja. Okay, for the step 1, okay, the total unit, that is beginning WIP plus unit start, must be equals with the step 2 total unit, that is completed unit plus ending WIP, work in process. Okay, ini yang dia masukkan tadi, the total unit must be same. Okay, please remember the total unit must be same. So dekat sini ada formula ni nanti, yeah. Okay, so kita pergi ke step 3 and 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay. Okay, for step 3, 4, 5 is for cost. Dekat sini tengok baru kita letak dia punya costing. Okay. So in this step, okay, macam biasa ada direct material and also ada conversion cost. And another kotak here is the total. So step 3, cost to account for, beginning work in process cost plus the current cost equals to total cost. Ini dia punya total. Ini awak kena segregate within between the direct material and the conversion cost. That mean, okay, the total indirect material here, okay, katakan 100 and the conversion cost is 200. So the total here is 300. Macam tu. Okay. Okay, kita tengok dulu the jadual, eh. Okay, now for step 4 is to calculate the equivalent cost per unit. Okay, and for step 5 is for cost accounted for, okay, completed and transferred out, okay, plus ending work in process, that is, you take from the material and the conversion cost equals to total cost. Okay, so here the quota is, this one is the for transferred out cost. The second quota is for the ending work in process cost. And the last quota is for the total cost. Okay. Tak boleh brain ke? Okay, tak apa. Tengok je dulu format ini. Okay, later on masa tutorial kita akan buat. Okay, and for step 3 and step 5, the total cost must be same. Jika tak sama, there must be something wrong somewhere. So you have to search for any error. Yeah. Okay. For department 2. Okay, just now is department 1 and now is for department 2. Okay, the step 1 and the step 2 sama saja. Cuma yang tambah ada transferred in. Macam tadi department 1 ada dua saja, that is the direct material and conversion cost. But in department 2 ada satu lagi kotak, that is the transferred in. Okay, yang lain-lain sama, where the total unit equals to total unit step 2. Yeah, total unit step 1 equals to total unit step 2. And for step 3, 4 and 5 in department 2. Okay, so in step 3 ada tambah satu lagi kotak, that is the transferred in box. Okay, kena tambah lagi satu kotak. If department 1 yang ini tak ada kan. Okay. So step 4 sama, we calculate the equivalent cost per unit, and step 5 is the cost accounted for. Dekat sini lah kita akan tengok the completed and transferred out cost, the ending WIP, transferred in, material and conversion cost. Sekarang dah ada 3 layer, tadi ada 2 saja sebab sekarang dah ada transferred in, and then the total cost. And as usual, macam department 1 juga, total cost for step 3 must be equal with total cost for step 5. Okay. Tak apa, berasap ke? Okay. Nanti bila awak buat tutorial, awak lebih nampak. Okay. So, last is for journal entries. Okay. In job order costing, we have 8 step kan yang saya ajar, 8 step to record the journal entries. Okay, then same goes to process costing. Okay, that is a slight different. Yeah, this actually the journal is sama saja, but that is a slight different di mana in process costing ada, kita kena mention the department. Okay, now we start with to record current production. Okay, to record the current production, mesti ada 3. Okay, those are, first is direct material. Okay, so macam biasa, debit work in process, but you have to write the department A. Yeah, and then credit raw material inventory. Okay, ni work in process inventory saya nak awak letak inventory kat belakang, work in process inventory for department A. Okay, sebab kita start dengan department A. Okay, and then the relation to record material use. Okay, so item number 2 is direct labor kan. So, debit work in process inventory department A, kena mention, and credit salary payable. Sama je macam job order costing tu. So the narration is to record direct labor cost. And item number 3 is manufacturing overhead. So sama saja, debit work in process department A and credit manufacturing overhead. To record manufacturing overhead to production, or to record manufacturing overhead saja pun boleh. Okay, so this is to record the current production. Okay, lepas tu nak pergi mana? This is department A, and then dia akan transfer to department B. Okay, so there is a journal to record the transferred in and transferred out. Okay, so Debit work in process Department B. Sebab sekarang kita nak transferkan daripada Department A dah masuk Department B. And B credit work in process Department A. Okay, boleh nampak tak? This is the journal entry to record the transfer in and out. In Department B and out from Department A. Okay, so the narration is to record transfer of cost to the next department ataupun to the Department B. Macam tu Okay, so ini kena tambah. Dekat job order costing yang ni tak ada kan? Okay, and then bila dah siap, ini sama je to record finished goods. So, debit finished goods inventory and credit work in process Department B. Sebab kita daripada Department B. Jangan tiba-tiba ada Department A pula. Department A tadi dah tutup sebab kita dah sampai ke Department B. Okay, so debit finished good inventory and credit work in process Department B. The narration is to record finished goods. Okay, settle. Bila kita dah finish, kita nak jual. Okay, so number 4 is to record the cost of goods sold and sales. Okay, so for the cost of goods sold, debit cost of goods sold and credit finished goods inventory. Sama kan jenis dia dengan job order costing? Okay, so to record the cost of goods sold. Okay, cost of goods sold. Sold maksudnya dah jual. Okay, so this journal entry is to record the cost price. At the cost price. Okay, and then another one is to record the sales. So debit cash jika kita jual secara tunai, or debit accounts receivable if we sold our product on accounts or in credit. And credit sales. Okay, sales dekat sini adalah harga setelah kita markup. Okay, cost of goods sold ni adalah harga pada harga cost. Sales adalah harga yang kita jual kepada customer setelah kita markup. Itu perbezaan dia. Tapi dua-dua ni adalah untuk jualan. Okay, so this one is to record sales. Okay, so bila dah jual, so siaplah kita punya journal entry. Okay, so for the summary in process costing, okay, first of all, process costing is a costing method that assigns cost equally to homogeneous unit within a particular time period used in continuous flow production setting. Okay, maksudnya proses costing ni adalah kita nak kira cost untuk barang-barang yang homogeneous, yang sama jenis. Okay, dan barang-barang tu adalah secara continuous, berterusan, dan selalunya barang-barang yang secara pukal, yang kita produce secara banyak, mass produce. Okay, and then transfer in unit or cost in Department 1 does not exist. Betul tak? Sebab Department A, Department 1 adalah department yang mula-mula, so tidak ada transfer in cost ataupun transfer in unit. So yang ada transfer in cost atau transfer in unit ni adalah dekat department seterusnya. Okay, so in Department 1, yang ada adalah completed and transferred out unit. Okay. So dekat di Department 2 tu, okay, dia adalah unit start dia. Tapi unit start tu kita panggil apa? Transferred in. And apa ni? Completed and transferred out in step 5. That's mean the transferred in and the cost current in step 3. Okay, dia punya total mesti sama. Okay, production cost report must be prepared step by step and in sequence step. Okay, ini adalah satu tips Awak tak boleh, awak kena buat dia step by step in sequence step. Kalau tidak nanti huru-hara sikit awak nak buat the production cost report. Okay, and then tips for untuk in production cost report kita ada 5 steps. So total unit in step 1 equals to total unit in step 2. Kena ingat. And total cost in step 3 equals to total cost in step 5. Okay. So saya bracket kat sini, if different in total, it because of round of numbers. Mungkin masa awak kira total cost in step 3 tak sama dengan total cost in step 4, ada tak sama sikit. Okay, bila ada perpuluhan, ada tempat, ada beberapa perpuluhan, itu akan menyebabkan dia tak sama. Ya, tapi perbezaan dia tidak banyak. Okay. Okay, so lastly, okay, I hope that you can salin this formula. Okay, sebab soalan tak semestinya suruh awak buat production cost report. So kadang-kadang ditanya saja. So you have to know the formula. Okay, salin dekat buku awak. Ada tak dekat buku? Kalau tak ada, salin Unit completed equals to beginning WIP plus unit start minus unit ending WIP. Ini saya dapat dekat mana formula ni? Ada dekat production cost report. Okay. Secondly, equivalent unit equals to unit completed plus unit ending WIP multiply by percentage completed. Yang ni ada tadi. Yeah. And then ada lagi, thirdly, cost per equivalent unit equals to beginning work in process cost plus current cost divide by equivalent cost per unit. Okay. Okay, fourthly, cost completed equals to unit completed multiply by total cost per equivalent unit. Yeah. Yang ni dapat mana semua ni? Dapat dekat production cost tadi. Okay. And lastly, ending WIP, ending work in process cost equals to unit ending WIP, okay, multiply by cost per equivalent unit. Okay, so I want you to salin all this formula. Okay. Kalau awak faham, awak boleh hafal formula ni senang. Okay. Okay, so that's all for topic 8. Yeah, kita dah habis topic 8. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Okay, so I hope that you can understand. Okay, boleh faham tak semua? Yeah. Lepas ni kita dah boleh start buat soalan tutorial. Yeah. Okay, so far is there any question? Okay, if you have any question, please write at the chat column. Okay. Okay, dah ada orang cakap thank you madam. Okay, maksudnya dia faham lah tu, kan? Okay, anyway, yeah, ada soalan lagi? Okay, Rin Yamada kata no madam. Okay, tak ada. So, alhamdulillah. Okay, so I hope that you will understand. Okay, and you can continue by doing your tutorial question. Okay, so jika tak ada apa-apa lagi, okay, Zarif kata, Rafiq kata tak ada soalan. Okay, so kalau tak ada apa-apa lagi, so kita kita akhiri di sini, okay, dengan tasbih kafarah dan surah Al-As. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal 'asri innal insana lafi khusr lillazina amanu wa amilus solihati wa tawassaw bil haqqi wa tawassaw bis sabr. Okay, amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, thank you. Okay, so thank you for staying with me. Okay, so have a good day. Have a good weekend. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, bye.